Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I am Cortensia Carty, and it's Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost Friday. Look at that.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to the weekend.
Technology. What's up?
I don't know what we're going to call it, but it is what it is. Well, hopefully you guys on the other side of the television right now are enjoying your day and you've been having a great week so far. If you have been listening to our programming, or rather viewing our programming, you would have seen that we've had very engaging guests for the week, and of course today will be no different. Isn't that right?
No different. Every day, all day with the lover.
Absolutely. So that's what we are looking forward to today. We begin now with the latest in local news. This by way of a St. Kitts Tourism Authority press release. The St. Kitts Tourism Authority announced the appointment of Mia Lang as Chief Marketing Officer, or CMO. This is a new role at the Tourism Authority created to further strengthen the destination's presence in key international source markets. Lang will oversee the strategic direction and implementation of all global marketing and branding efforts and will manage St. Kitts' various international agencies. She will also lead the onshore public relations and marketing team in St. Kitts to ensure the seamless promotion of the island to citizens and residents. Nick Menon, chairman of the board of directors of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, said, quote, Ms. Lang brings more than 2 decades of Caribbean destination messaging and marketing experience. She has proven success in launching key advertising and branding strategies that in turn have increased tourism and tangible economic development, end quote. The chairman continued, quote, Lang has also shown through key partnerships with agencies and outside data partners an understanding of establishing relevant KPIs and increasing ROI over time. We look forward to having Lang at the helm of our global marketing during our continued tourism rebound, end quote. So,
that's good.
New position, new appointment.
Yes.
This is great for the country. Congratulations to Ms. Lang, and of course, yeah, this is something that we can look forward to in terms of improving our tourism product.
Exactly.
Better economic enhancement, of course, to be expected as a result of it as well.
Yeah, and selling the island to the ends of the earth. That's how we go. We continue now with our local story. Our second local story, the Rotary Club of La Amiga installs 2022-2023 executive. This from a Rotary Club of La Amiga press release. A new cadre of Rotarians have been installed to take charge of the affairs of the Rotary Club of La Amiga for the 2022-2023 Rotary year. The annual handing over ceremony was held on Sunday, the 3rd July 2022, and chaired by past President Laverne Keynes. Framed as an evening cocktail, this ceremony featured inspiring presentations from outgoing presidents Claudel Gums, Rotary District 7030 Governor Leslie Ramdani, and Rotary President Jennifer E. Jones. The newly appointed District 7030 Assistant Governor, Rotarian Leah Craig Chatterton, then installed the following officers who took the oath of office to serve both club and community. President Ryburn Boyce, Vice President Dr. Marcus L. Natta, immediate past President Claudel Gums, Secretary Kai Mills, Treasurer Nicole Liebert, Director Cosbert Woods, Denise Allen, and Dominic Matthew. So congratulations to all the members who were installed, and thank you to the Rotary Club for all the work that you do on the island of St. Kitts and Nevis. We appreciate you.
Indeed. All right, moving on now to our third story. Andy Williams wins 1 year free electricity from Scalic. This by way of a Scalic press release. The St. Kitts Electricity Company is pleased to announce that Mr. Andy Williams is the winner of the 1 year free electricity. Williams was selected as the lucky winner from Scalic's recently concluded Power Your Year promotion. He emerged as the lucky winner from a pool of several thousand customers who made bill payments during the months of March, April, and May. According to Williams, he did not imagine he would win such a huge prize. Mr. Williams stated, quote, I'm ecstatic to be the winner of 1 year free electricity at Scalic. I was not expecting this, but thanks to God, end quote. The St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited is also pleased to announce the remaining winners of the promotion. These persons are Vincia Burrows, $500 food voucher, that's what she won. Carl Queeley won a $500 gas voucher, and Janice Pemberton won a spa treatment from Beauty Inside Out, and Louise Isaac won dinner for 2 at Marshall's. And Olita Gilbert won 6 months free electricity as well. So this promotion seemingly bringing in with it a lot of winners and encouraging a lot of people to pay bills on time.
Yes. So paying on time ensures that you win something.
Yeah,
Somehow.
well, somehow. Yeah, your chance is about, what, 5 in 1,000? But anyway,
I know,
or,
but-
several thousand.
Indeed, indeed. We continue now with your hourly weather. It is partly cloudy with a 60% or moderate chance of brief passing showers. There is a high of 88 and a low of 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, lovely weather today as we all the way up to 1 o'clock we have cloud cover. Hopefully it hides the sun. Sun, we love you, but sometimes we need to hide you. Yes, and with that, we will take a break and we'll be back with regional and international news. We advise that you stay tuned.
You ever hear earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee"?
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
And we continue now with the latest in regional news. This is from CMC. The Eastern Caribbean Alliance for Diversity and Equality, ECADE, has welcomed a ruling by the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, the ECSC, that the island's anti-buggery law is unconstitutional. ECADE Executive Director Kenita Placid said ECADE recognizes all lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex. That's the LGBTQI people in Antigua and Barbuda whose lives, livelihoods, and happiness are no longer compromised by these outdated laws. The process of litigation is important as it underscores how these laws contribute to the stigmatization of the LGBTQI people, how they legitimate hate speech, discrimination, and violence, and tear at the fabric of our society. As it continues, and I quote, "Our governments have sworn to protect and uphold the rights of all and act in a manner that promotes the prosperity and well-being of all. This judgment is in keeping with this commitment." So everyone's free to live their lives however they're pleased, with no judgment, hopefully with no stigma and no discrimination because of this law.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Unmarked judgment, though, I have to say. That's all I'm going to say for now.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to the international news. Abuja prison break in Nigeria, more than 400 inmates are missing. This from BBC. More than 400 prisoners are missing following a raid on a prison in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, officials say. 4 inmates, a security guard, and several attackers were killed after the prison was targeted on Tuesday night, according to officials. Islamist militant group Boko Haram is suspected of carrying out the attack, and dozens of its members are on the run, the defense minister said. Over 5,000 inmates have escaped in jailbreaks in Nigeria since 2020. Loud explosions and gunfire were heard near the Kuje Medium Security Prison, just outside the capital on Tuesday night when the attack happened. A local resident told AFP News Agency, quote, "We heard shooting on my street. We thought it was armed robbers. The first explosion came after the shooting. Then a second one sounded, and then a third," end quote. As well as the 4 inmates killed, 16 others were also injured during the attack, Nigeria's Correctional Service said. A number of high-profile detainees, including suspected militants and jailed politicians, were in the facility at the time of the attack, but the Correctional Service said jailed senior officials were not among those who had escaped. Wow.
I thought Muslims were supposed to be peaceful people. Boko Haram is not a peaceful Muslim group at all.
In any religion, you've got people who are on one extreme or the other. You've got people in that. So they'll listen to that and they'll probably say, you know what, that's stereotypical of us. And we have those same things anyway, so you know how it is. We do it in our parts. I think there were about 1,000 prisoners in that prison at the time. But the interesting part for me in this is that no senior officials, remember, there were jailed politicians as well.
Yeah,
right?
but where are we going? To be
escaped.
caught again? But I stay here, man, because remember they recaptured about 4-something of them.
Yeah, they did as well.
So what's the point of going anywhere to be recaptured again?
But isn't it interesting, though, that the ones who did not escape were the ones who understand law, should understand how the government should rule? It's very interesting. I think it was a decision on their part. I hardly think that it was...
Where am I going? Let me
Exactly.
just chill. Let me just chill. Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, there you have it for the latest for today. We'll be back with more Good Morning SKN in a flash. Stay tuned.
You ever hear earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed, and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? Yeah, let's see what real happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
The weekend mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Viewers, have you seen it? What's it, you might ask? Well, all you have to do is walk or drive on the tunnel right next to the roundabout in Camps. Now you know what I am talking about. It's beautiful, isn't it? Whether you drive from north to south or south to north, the archway over the tunnel is beautifully painted. Today we are going to talk to the civic-minded individual who took it upon himself to lift our spirits and remind us of our national pride when we drive through that tunnel. We welcome Kwasim Walker, the owner and general manager of Clean Right. Good morning, Kwasim, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure indeed. So why did you decide to sponsor and coordinate the artistic painting of the tunnel next to the Camps roundabout?
Well, it's a two-part answer to that question. The first part of it is that ideally I wanted a roundabout either in the area of our corporate office or somewhere along the bypass. Unfortunately, they're all taken. So on a drive on the bypass, I decided, you know what, I think I could, beautify the tunnel. So the first part of it was the idea of wanting the tunnel. The second part of it that inspired me is, after coming through COVID and, countries in a regrowth process, I wanted to do something that would kind of, like you said, lift the spirits of our nationals. So I decided to, go with the theme of Sugar City and St. Kitts Sweet and kind of make it bright and, lively and just kind of show our resilience as we rebuild, and especially as a tourism place. That was one of the inspiration behind it.
All right, so let's talk about that, because I realize that you are in fact taking ownership, as you rightly should, for the project, but you're saying that you wanted to make it bright and you wanted, to reflect what St. Kitts and Nevis is all about, what St. Kitts is all about more particularly.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. In terms of the designing and all of that stuff, and base painting and so on, how involved were you?
Well, the concept I designed in Photoshop, but I'm not an artist, so I can't draw. So I decided to, get Daniela, who's the artist behind it, to bring the idea to life. I also partnered with Matt's Painting, who did a great job at painting the tunnel and kind of giving it that uplift that I needed. So the concept I put together in Photoshop and designed it, but then they were able to come together with me and partner to kind of bring the whole dream to life and kind of add their little touches in between.
So I saw the picture, a friend of mine from Antigua sent me the picture, Kwasim. So I was like, oh, this is so cute that somebody did, but I didn't realize it was an actual painting until I actually drove by there to make sure that it is what it is, and it is beautiful. So what about Matt and Everson Matthew that made you decide that he was the man for the job?
Well, that's a great question. Clean Right is still in a growth process. We're about, maybe 6 years and growing. So I'll consider myself still an underdog. when I decided to put the project together, I was looking for other entrepreneurs that's looking to build their name as well. So I wanted someone that, is doing a great job at art, but is not fully known to the country, and give them the canvas to kind of display their skills. And I also wanted a painter that, was, still again, on the up and coming. And Matt had a beautiful story because he's, quit his job sometime late last year. So he was perfect for this job. So partnering with them is more of an underdog story, if you put it that way.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, I love it because what you've done effectively is to put the underdogs in the spotlight.
Yes.
And that's a really good thing to do. I understand the mission indeed. All right, so let's talk about the working together behind the scenes, because obviously you put this together in Photoshop. I'm imagining that this was not your first draft. Let's talk about that process.
Oh, wow. The first draft, if you were to see that, the first draft was, it definitely is not what people are looking at right now. We went through a whole process of first being a branding about clean right, but then, as we develop and look at it, it was like, what, could we now take it away from clean right and more make it a kind of patriotic and give the nationals something to kind of be prideful about. So it definitely was far off from what you're seeing right now as the end results. But nonetheless, bringing it to life, was a process. I was able to engage, my office manager, Latanya, able to engage, Mr. Heiliger, which is a landlord there, and we all decided to look at it and kind of tweak it accordingly, and they give me the thumbs up and say, okay, yeah, I like the direction that you're going, so let's take it that way.
Okay. So did this art speak to a particular theme?
It does. We have the national flower, the Poinciana flower. I wanted to, and that's the side that is traveled most by tourists. So I wanted to kind of bring out our beauty. And if you look at that side, you realize it's the side that pops, right? And that was by design to kind of get that image. So as tourists pass by, they see this beautiful image that they kind of look around the roundabout and they look to the right, and all of a sudden is this resilient image or artwork that they're able to snap a picture of quickly as they're moving about. The other side of it, the Sugar City side, the reason why I did that side, because it's the foundation of what we are saying it came from before being so instrumental in tourism. So I kind of wanted to have some of our groundedness as to where we came from and why we call ourselves Sugar City. And it kind of drive a speaking point, right, to visitors, even to some of the young kids as to why we call ourselves Sugar City, or why is it St. Kitts Sweet. And at that point, it's a talk track for either a tourist, a tour guide operator, or even as a parent. It's a talk track that you can just easily explain who we are as a people and where we came from.
All right, so in relation to the project meeting your expectations, what would you say, and also what has the response been like from people who've seen it and know that you are involved in it as well?
It took a while for people to realize that Clean Right was behind it. I think on the Sugar City side is where they start to really see that the company was behind it. But to your question, the results is it's more than what I imagined, right? I was there every step of the way and just looking at it come to life. The embrace that you get from nationals and people abroad, friends of mine that's here in New York City that's looking for the opportunity to come to St. Kitts and kind of see it in person, the support of Public Works, and their feedback has been tremendous, and looking for me to work with them on the other tunnel. But I think the most important thing for me, or the best feeling that I got, is from the public and how they embrace it, and also from my employees that have a sense of pride, knowing that we were able to do something and give back to the country without, and selflessly. So the end result has been tremendous, and I very much embrace all the love and appreciation that we got for it. Looking online and just seeing people, posting and liking it and sharing all the hearts, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing.
I imagine it has been, and quite frankly, I have to tell you, the fact that it moved initially from a branding of Clean Right to something that reflects national pride was very altruistic of you, and it's indeed selfless, as you rightly said. We'll be back in a moment. I'm totally blown away, by the way, Quasm, I have to tell you, totally blown away by that decision, but a good call nonetheless.
Thank you. I appreciate
We'll be back
it.
to continue this discussion in a moment. Stay tuned.
The continued fight against COVID-19 requires the continued practice of public health measures across all sectors and in every community. Frequent and proper hand washing, wearing face masks, and physical distancing. Do you know who is not physical distancing? The Aedes aegypti mosquito. Let's avoid overloading our healthcare systems. This means simultaneously protecting yourselves and your loved ones from all disease, including mosquito-borne illness like dengue fever, Zika, and chikungunya viruses. Did you know that dengue is the most common mosquito-borne viral disease in the world? So let's get to work. Use window and door screens to keep mosquitoes out. Change the water in vases and scrub inside surfaces to remove mosquito eggs. Avoid using saucers with potted plants to prevent collection of water. Securely cover water barrels and drums with mosquito netting and properly fitted covers. Scrub the inside walls of water barrels and drums with detergent 1 to 2 times per week. Walk around the outside of your home and remove or overturn containers that can collect water and become breeding sites. Mosquitoes only need a small amount of water to lay their eggs. Remove unwanted cans, bottles, buckets, or used tires. Other items still in use must be properly stored in covered areas to avoid water settling in them. Clean roof gutters and air conditioner trays. Debushing and removing tall grass from around your home or establishment is also key to reducing mosquito populations. To decrease your risk of being bitten by infected mosquitoes, use proven personal protective methods too. Apply an effective mosquito repellent to exposed areas of skin according to manufacturer's instructions. Wear light-colored long pants and shirts while outdoors in the early morning and late afternoons. Further, protect vulnerable family members like pregnant women, children, the elderly, and persons who are unwell by using mosquito nets to sleep or rest, even during the day. Fight the bite and protect yourself and your family too from mosquito-borne diseases. This message is brought to you by the Pan American Health Organization, Office for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean countries.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We're continuing our conversation with a man who has stepped up and without being asked has improved the look and the feel of the area going through the tunnel right next to the camp's roundabout. All right, so Quasem, now is the time for you to tell us a little bit about Clean Right. We know what Clean Right has done in terms of beautification, but we want to know about your business. So tell us about that. What are your services? How did you get into it, etc.?
Well, at the core of it, Clean Right is a cleaning company. However, I don't push it as a cleaning. I look at it as more of a hospitality business. The reason for that is that we are big on service. So whether we're doing upholstery, which is cleaning chairs, whether we're doing carpet cleaning, whether we're cleaning homes, whether we're doing tile cleaning, or partnering with hotels and doing different jobs there, power washing. At the core of it, everything for me is about service, right? Yeah. So I didn't want to just focus it in on just cleaning, but more of a hospitality service. We're more about making sure the experience that clients have with us is always top notch. And if not, then how do we work together to kind of fix that? So I'm all about the service. It just so happened that we're in the cleaning business. We've been around for 6 years this year. And again, this idea is also a funny story as well. While visiting the country, a cousin of mine influenced me or encouraged me to start a business at the time, and I wasn't interested in it because we were just visiting. But here we are 6 years later, and building and kind of making a mark in the country.
That's lovely. That's lovely. So what are some of the services that you offer? Can you expound on those so that our viewers can know what Clean Right offers?
Yeah, sure. We do carpet cleaning. We do tile cleaning. We do mattresses. We do just residential home cleaning. We do commercial buildings. We have our green products that we sell to clients as well, because they fall in love with it when we're using it during the regular job. We do power washing, and those are the core of what we do on an everyday basis. So it's all around the upholstery, carpet cleaning, power washing, mattress cleaning, just a residential home cleaning, or from a commercial standpoint, we do commercial cleaning as well.
Okay.
All right, so Qasim, we have an interesting quote to share with you. We want to have you take a listen to it.
To be entrepreneur, and you're talking about businesses or being a different pandemic and all that stuff, you have to be strategic all the time. You have to be creating all the time. I'm constantly creating, constantly watching, constantly figuring out how we could do something better. And all the time, what you don't want to do, and I'm gonna leave you with this analogy. Where I always compare life to dealing with people and businesses to driving a car, right? I don't focus on people, I acknowledge them. Don't focus, I acknowledge. When you're driving a car, your focus is supposed to be front. Yeah. You have the rear view mirror, you have the side mirrors, them, for you to acknowledge the person behind you to the side, you acknowledge them. Not focus, because if you focus on the rear view mirror, you're definitely crashing. You're going to crash. On the side mirrors, you're definitely crashing. So they're there, not for you to focus on, but for you to acknowledge. So you might, in business, you may see another business coming. You acknowledge them. Be aware, understand a little bit of what's going on there. Your blind spot. But don't focus on them. Because focusing on them, you're definitely going to crash. Yeah. Because you start to play their game. Play your game.
All right, so Qasim, we were just listening to you share on Stephen Smith's Objectively Incorrect podcast roughly 3 years ago about your experiences being an entrepreneur, and you said really interesting things here. Do you remember that interview?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay, so I see the smile on your face, and it has to be for a reason. So what can you tell us about that experience with Stephen Smith and what you said to him and what it meant to you at the time?
It was a great interview. Stephen and I go way back, and he's very instrumental in the professional photos that we take as a company. The reason why I smile is because I thought about the analogy that you just referenced a little bit, which is I look at it as driving a car, right? Entrepreneurship is like driving a vehicle, where we have to focus on the direction of where we're going. But while doing that, there's a reason why you have the rear view mirror, why you have the two side mirrors. It's not for you to focus on, but it's also for you to acknowledge what is going on around you as you're building, right? If you was to focus on either one of the left or the right side mirror, you can crash. If you focus on the rear view mirror, you can crash as well, right? So the idea is that you're focusing forward and building, but then don't lose sight as to what is going on around you. And that could go straight into or connect into why we did the beautification of the tunnel, right? While building business and while you're there and trying to make money, don't lose sight of the things that's around you and how you can give back and how you can lift and inspire someone else to do something. I mean, from this tunnel, I think it opened up the country to artists, right? And their creativity and the work that they do. It also opened up opportunity for the painters, right? Give some young men inspiration that they can do something on a platform. So the analogy is so important to me, something that I've been carrying around for years and has kept me grounded as an entrepreneur and realizing that even though I'm focusing on building and doing so much, never lose sight as to what's going on around you and how you can influence that and how you can avoid certain pitfalls and while standing, firm as to the end goal that you're trying to reach.
I love the analogy of your quote. And go ahead, Jim.
All right, so Qasim, what's next for Clean Right in our final moments here?
from a let's say sponsorship standpoint, we're looking, and well, I'm looking at putting together an idea for the other tunnel. For Clean Right, we continue to grow, continue to hire, continue to give people opportunity to work with a company that is focusing on building, right? We are looking at the expansion of into Nevis. That will be, in the next few months. That as well will give Nevis the opportunity to work with us and kind of believe in the spirit that I try to share in the company, right? I want to share more pride by doing, more things that is selfless. I want to inspire other entrepreneurs to do things that are selfless. And I want to realize that, yes, we have the government, but we as entrepreneurs and we as nationals, we can always do one little thing to inspire each other.
Well said, Kwazim. True to our motto, country above self, and you have definitely put that into action. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us today. We really appreciate it. And best of luck with Clean Right in the future.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Our pleasure.
Anytime.
More Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said, when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes! When you feel it shaking and it's moving around, you see the ocean gone left the fish and the sand. You should run to hide on, a tsunami soon come.
Mommy, uncle not here and the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy. When you feel the earth shaking and it's moving all around, you see the ocean gone left the fish on the sand. You should run to higher ground, a tsunami soon come.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take
to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content. That's why I am salt smart.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will live forever. Change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. The first ever Caribbean Games were held this year from June 29th to July 4th in Guadeloupe. We had the honor of being represented by 4 of our athletes, Namibia Clavier, Royden Peets, Ebie Ogun, and Sharim Hamilton. Accompanying these athletes was Alonzo Wilkinson, chef de mission, hopefully I'm saying that right because my French is rusty, and Asher D. Phillip, who served as team support personnel. So today we welcome 3 of the representatives to GMSKN, Alonzo Wilkinson, Namibia Clavier, and Ebie Ogun. welcome, or I should say, again in French, bienvenue, Teams St. Kitts and Nevis.
Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning, good morning. Good to have us.
All right, definitely good to have you. So let's talk about how the team became part of the games in the first place, the registration process, and whether the country was handpicked or not. Who wants to take that one?
So I'll jump in first. Good morning, everybody. Yes. What I want to say, though, it's almost an Olympic game, but it's a Caribbean Olympic game.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I want to make sure it's out there. Each national sport is responsible for their team. Yes. And then once that team is selected, it is given over to the Olympic.
Okay.
And the Olympic will take it. So I just want to make sure I understand that. So it's not handpicked by anybody.
Okay.
You have to qualify. So the NACAP, the North American and Central American organization, would do the ranking and let you know if your team or individual are qualified. At this meet, there were 7 events. We had football, but futsal. Because we don't play futsal in St. Kitts, we were not able to qualify.
Okay.
And so the only sport that we got qualified with was track and field.
Okay.
So they had netball, they had swimming, judo, you name it, basketball, 3-on-3 basketball. That is, again, we don't play here. That's something we need to start to do in order to get qualified.
Okay.
So NACAP would look at the ranking and then tell you your team is qualified to play against this other team. So unfortunately, we don't have track and we got our athletes there. As it pertains to qualification for track athletes, there's a standard. And so NACAP could put out a standard for the athletes to qualify. If nobody qualifies for that standard, then they'll look for the best persons to suit the country or to represent the country.
Okay.
And so that's how they do it. I don't know if that helps in some way.
But St. Kitts is a big country on netball. Why didn't the netball team go? The same process?
The Caribbean game is designed for young future Olympians.
Okay.
So it's under 23. Think about it. We haven't played an under 23 netball game in a while.
Oh, okay.
Because of the COVID, we had a lot of lockdown. Other countries opened up early, had sports. So their under 23 team got qualified for this kind of game. So that's something we need to look at going down the road.
Please, all the areas that we need to look at, we need to look at quick so that we can get on board.
Yes. Yeah. So we need to get going. 3-on-3 basketball, futsal, and the netball, and get our teams qualified.
Well, that makes sense. At least you were there, so then you understand what the games are like. So you're going to bring that motivation hopefully back to say, let's put St. Kitts on the map with these other sports that we can compete in.
What I want to talk to, though, based on the qualifying standard, and we didn't have anybody making the qualifying standard athletically. So, because NACAP normally rank the athletes based on North American and Central American ranking, when they clear the swamp, if you want to call it that way, what left over would be the Caribbean athletes, and then they start ranking them from there. Luckily, we got 6 athletes qualified. 2 females, 4 males. Unfortunately, 2 of the athletes couldn't make it for reasons. So we end up with 4 athletes total.
Okay. Nice. That's so good. I mean, honestly, I'm eager to hear about your experiences, guys, because obviously it's the first game here. So let's start with you, Namibia. What was it like?
First off, the culture was totally different, and it was fun to finally experience the French culture, as my last name is French, Clavier, so it was actually fun to experience their culture and get a little taste. Even though it's in the Caribbean, they still practice a lot of French practices, so it was like a mini France in the Caribbean.
As a matter of fact, talking to you just now, you reminded me that the last time we had a conversation, because we spoke with her on Zoom, you had a meet coming up, and we didn't get to find out how you performed in that meet.
I actually did get what I wanted to do at that meet done. The time really went down after that meet. I still didn't get to my overall goal this season, but I'll take what I got this season and just come back harder next season.
I like that.
All right, that's what we want to hear. That's exactly what we want to hear.
So, Ebe, what about you?
It was a great experience, wonderful, nice culture, nice area to have the games held. nice people.
Okay, nice.
You know, it was a great experience for me and for my team and everything.
So anybody here parlez-vous français?
Merci.
Petit peu?
I think we need subtitles, huh? All right, so let's talk again to you two athletes. Obviously, you're not new to this because you wouldn't be able to participate in this game, never mind any other, if you were not into training and so on. So how long have you been participating?
To be honest, you could say I've been doing track since I've been in Pampers. Since preschool, I've been participating in the sports days, and my mother saw from that young age that, wow, this child is going to be something. So it's basically from there, and then I got my coach in primary school, Coach Connor. He held on to me. He eventually left St. Kitts because he retired. I was passed on to Coach Morton. Then Coach Connor came back. But really, I didn't start to take track seriously until like my last year of high school, when I was like, you know what? This actually looked like it's going to do something for me. So let's just see where it takes us.
Oh, it took you to Guadeloupe and other places as well, right? So, yeah.
I would say the same as Namibia. You know, I've been doing track from young age. First started off with Mr. Esdale.
Dalton, right? Yes.
So he took me on, brought me to where I am now. Went to college and achieved my goals, and you know. So yeah.
I have to say, I'm sure Dalton would be glad to hear you say that, because that was junior, like high school age, right?
Yeah,
And that's when you started. Primary school thereafter. Look at that. No running away stories, right? Because you said you do it in Pampers. You never ran away from home, right? That's not what you do, right?
Exactly. Yeah, running from that.
Dude. All right, we'll be back to continue this discussion in a moment, guys. Stay tuned.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
And we're back on Good Morning SKN. We are speaking with Lonzo Wilkerson, Namibia Clavier, and eBay Jr., some of the national representatives for the 2022 Caribbean Games. I want to know, for the athletes, do you still get nervous before your races?
That's not even a question, because I swear, the nerves get so bad, I actually cry before I compete. And my teammates will be like, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, nothing, I'm just nervous. And I'll be shaking. And then they see me on the line like, that's not the same girl. I was just here crying. I was like, yeah, I was just nervous.
Wow.
I just have to cry to get it out.
Oh, that's okay. Well, that's a good coping mechanism.
And also my coach always tells me, if you're not nervous before your event, something's not right.
Oh, wow. So, Ibe, what about you?
I only get nervous on the line.
Ah.
you know, it's 100 I'm running, so I'm thinking about the other people in the race. But you know, the coaches be saying, don't think about the others, just try to focus on you. But I get nervous at the line. Like once I'm at the line, I get nervous. But after that, I'm good. Before the race, I'm good. It's just on the line when I'm like, all right, cool, I'm here now.
Okay.
That's when I get nervous.
Yeah, as a coach, you expect the athlete to be nervous because you want to have adrenaline rush to give them that burst of energy. You need that. You can't be too comfortable. You're not going to get up. So you need that adrenaline rush to get you out as fast as possible.
Wow, I never knew nerves work like that.
It could work against you and for you, but we're hoping that it works for the athletes based on training.
Seems like it works more in your favor than against you. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Good
So
stuff.
far, so
Good
good. I
stuff.
love it.
Good stuff.
All right, so Lonzo, tell us what your role as chef de mission. I'm trying this again. Let's go. You're the French person. Chef de mission entailed.
Well, the chef de mission is basically the chief or the person in charge. Like I said earlier, normally we have various sporting disciplines. This time we only had track, so I am normally the first person into the game and the last person out.
Okay.
Prepare everything for everybody, make sure the hotel rooms, food, and everything is available and everybody's comfortable. This time around, we went in a charter flight, so it was different. But normally the chef would go in, make sure that the area is good, food is good for everybody before everybody comes in, and stay to make sure that everything is okay, go to meetings every morning, making sure that, hey, transportation is ready, this is ready for everybody else. So it's a task. Luckily, again, as in it's one sport, so I just had to deal with one sport. And then when everybody leave, I go around and make sure that nothing is destroyed, and then I have to cover and pay for all of that. So it's a parent job kind of way.
Okay, gotcha. Chaperones.
Yeah.
Is this the same person that went to the Special Olympics?
No.
No. Okay. I'm just making sure. So have any of you been to Guadeloupe before, and was this your first time going there?
This was my first time.
Okay.
That was my second time going to Guadeloupe.
Oh, nice.
I just went on the airport. Yeah.
Oh, it counts.
It was my second time around.
Okay.
Like I said, I had to go in for meetings and make sure everything all right, check for the facilities to make sure that everything is going well for the games to start. What I want to say about the Caribbean Games, though, that it should have started first in Trinidad in 2009.
Okay.
But SARS stopped it. SARS virus stopped it. So you realize the virus was stopping it all the way.
Oh, man.
And Guadeloupe work out, hey, we're not going to let COVID stop this thing. We're going to have this first Caribbean game. Because when you go to the Olympics, you realize Caribbean athletes are dominant. And so they're saying, let's start with our under 23, build them. So when you see them in the next 4 years going to the Olympics, hey, they started in the Caribbean Games. They started there that way. And so you could track your athletes here from there on. So that's the whole concept behind the whole thing.
Okay.
I love it. I see the youth. Obviously, you guys, because I'm talking to you, of course, off camera, you're not resident here. You came for this particular meet, right?
It's a little bit of both, because technically my home is here, but I go to school overseas, so I have to make home there, so I could feel comfortable. So you could say a little bit of dual residency.
I love the flair, I love it.
And you really the accent as well.
Namibia?
I would say the same as Namibia too.
Okay.
Ain't no place like home.
Okay.
Well, I would say the same, but obviously you're away for good reasons. So let's talk a little bit about that in terms of sportsmanship and how it's influenced other areas of your lives.
Influenced me a lot, taught me how to be a better person. It kept me out of trouble. Track kept me out of trouble. So basically seeing these things and I'm accomplishing my goals according to life goes on. It's just making me feel great, making the people who's behind me from day one feel great as well too. So yeah.
For me, being in this sport, it kept me disciplined somewhat, because growing up, you get a lot of temptations to lead into a lot of stuff that's not going to be beneficial to you long term. But having a mom that's always behind you, always encouraging you, this is what you need to do to get where you need to be. She always told me from a very young age, you are going to be in the Olympics 2020, And I was this close to being there, but I stopped training. I got discouraged because of COVID and everything. So I just was like, next time around, I'll be there. But the sportsmanship, it really gave me patience, and it helped me to be happy for others, genuinely happy for others, because I have friends in the sport. So if they beat me in a race, yeah, I'm mad that I didn't win, but at the end of the day, my friend won, and they also achieve goals that they set for themselves. So I'm able to be happy for them, as well as look at my growth and where I came from.
They're both very good lessons to have, indeed.
Very good, very good.
All right, so Lonza, I want to give you the final word here. Tell our viewers why they should get up and be active. That's your camera. That one.
One is because it helps a person make a better person. And being active, you lengthen your lifespan, and you are much healthier than anything else. And we want to encourage people to be active as far as possible. You don't want to wait until you put on too much weight and doctors will tell you to start to work out. So do it now and lengthen your lifespan.
That's true.
I love
That is so true.
I'm eager to race with you because I know you get tense at the line. Is there, anyway, no. We don't have the line.
Oh, you're really a gentleman.
I need to sheath the Michelle now. There you go. Yeah. All right, so we want to thank you for stopping by today, of course. It's great to see the uniforms, the colors, everything good, and good job with what you did so far. We're really proud of you.
Congratulations, yes.
Keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And anytime, just call.
Oh, gladly. We're going to take you up on that.
And I was asking earlier if there's a sports segment that you normally have, but she said no, just go with the flow, what is in here. But it'd be good to have a sports program, whether it's track, football, something. Just even if for 15 minutes of the time. Good.
So there we have it.
Great suggestion.
Good idea from Mr. Wilkerson.
There you go.
So if you'll stay tuned, we have much more up next.
Hi. If you are a smoker, please pay attention to this message. According to the World Health Organization, there are 1.3 billion smokers in the world today, and tobacco kills 1 out of every 2 smokers. Did you know that there is enough nicotine in 5 cigarettes to kill an average adult if ingested whole? There are more than 7,000 chemicals in tobacco smoke, of which more than 250 are known to be harmful. More than 69 are known to cause cancer, and 16 are classified as Group 1 carcinogens. Smoking kills. Are you ignoring that warning every time you smoke? Please stop. Smoking can lead to severe health complications and even death. It affects almost every organ in the body, especially the lungs and heart. It raises blood pressure, increases blood clots, and increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, and cancer. It is hard to quit smoking, but it is not impossible. Don't let tobacco destroy you. Remember the 4 Ds to curb your tobacco cravings. 1. Delay. Set a time limit before you decide to smoke. 2. Drink water. Go get a drink before you do anything else. 3. Do something else. Have a goodie bag handy of other things to do. And 4. Deep breathing. Take at least 10 deep breaths every time you think about smoking. Quit smoking and live a longer and happier life. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, St. Kitts and Nevis.
I'm here St. Kitts, Nevis, with a name for us I represent for the Ministry of Health. Yeah. Respect the COVID protocols. In a time like this, all for one for all. St. Kitts Nevis. Don't forget your mask. Wear it everywhere you go. Sanitize before and after everything you do. Cause you never know what's on the surface of the places you go. Maintain a safe social distance between me and you. Keep calm and stay focused. Don't be a fool, seek the facts first. And boost your immune system up. Don't wanna lose no more of us. Mask up, furlough, sanitize. Observe the protocols all about. Be wise. Mask up, furlough, sanitize. Me family fitting boat.
Blessed love and greetings. This is Infamous, and I am here to encourage every Kittitian and Nivision to remember that we have our part to play in the fight against COVID-19. So sanitize, wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and go and get vaccinated. For me no know about you, but me love St. Kitts bad. Easy no man.
No cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
Consuming foods like bananas, potatoes, and dried peas and beans, such as lentils and kidney beans, contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. So a while back, Hortensia, you and I played Wordle. And if you guys at home don't know what this is, it's an online game that took the world by storm earlier this year. And though the hype has simmered down, it is still a very fun game to play. So here's how it works. We have 6 tries to guess the secret word of the day, and each guess must be a valid 5-letter word. After each guess, the color of the tiles will change to show how close the guess is to the word. And Hortensia, why don't you tell them what happens after that?
Oh yes, if the letter turns green, then it is in the correct spot. If the letter turns yellow, then it is in the word but not in the right spot. If the letter turns gray, don't even bother with it, then it's not in the word at all. So as we loosen up, Jamie and I will be playing Wordle again. Let's see how well Jamie and I can work together to guess today's secret word. So we have to win together today. I don't get to beat you today. No, that's not the...
Oh, so we've got to guess a 5-letter word,
Yes,
obviously.
we have to.
Okay.
So-
Sport.
Jamie is sticking with the last
of
segment.
course, I'm going with that.
Ooh. Plots. Oh, no, T's not in the word. Forget that word.
Neither is O.
Forget that word. Don't put it in. Save our space, so. Party. No, don't worry. R and R T's in there. Oh my gosh. What can that word be?
You guys realize that if we were going up against each other, Hortensia would have already lost. Anyway, keep going. I realize how this is played.
See, as I said, we have to win together today. Okay. Ooh. I'm trying to make a word with the letters that are still there.
All right, since we're working together, I'll just try it. Let's go happy.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Plain. Plain.
Which one? The A-N-E or the A-I-N?
The plane that we fly off in.
Okay.
So the any. Oh no. Wow. So we have to find 2 letters for.
All right.
The P's in the wrong spot. Can you believe that?
No, the P's actually in the right spot from the other one.
Oh, so we
know
gotta get the P
the last
there.
3 letters in the order that they should be.
Oh, so it's A-P-E. Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, let's go.
What ends up?
There's no R, so no, I'm not gonna go with that one. I'm trying to think of the letters that we have not called as yet to see what it can
But look
be.
at that. A-P, so it's ape.
Right, it ends in those 3 letters.
Ape, okay. What can we put, what other letter can we put up there?
There is no R.
No, there's no P, there's no H, there's
So
no
we
S.
have to find the first letter at least, the first 2. I am coming up blank. Can I see that?
Ape.
Great. No, that's not going to be it either. But anyway, it's not going to be it because there's no R in it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a fruit either.
Ooh la la. Wow.
Wow.
I wonder how our viewers are doing. Viewers, tell us how you're doing.
Tell us how they're doing
Tell
better
us
than
how
us.
you are doing.
They're doing better than
Let's
us.
hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Alrighty.
I wonder if they would want to share a clue with us.
Okay, Hortensia, you guess. And then I'll just guess after that.
I'm trying. It doesn't have an R in it because I want to say crepe, but then crepe isn't spelled like that. Crepe is all E.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Just go with it. I'll go grape. G-R-A-P-E. I know there's no R, but if there's a G in it, I'll take it. Just to progress.
Ooh,
So
there
there's a G in it.
is. But the G's
All
in
right.
the wrong place.
Can we try agape?
Oh, that may be it. That may be just it. Yep, that's it.
Alrighty.
Look
So
at
that
you.
works.
Jamie wins agape.
That works.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take anything.
So that's the word of the day. Agape.
Agape. You know the meaning of the word? I want to know it.
Love.
Love? Oh, agape love.
Brotherly love.
Brotherly
Right?
love.
Is that it?
What?
No, that's not agape. That's not brotherly love.
Agape is
It's
brotherly
love-
love.
agape
It's
is
not-
brotherly love?
It's not the love that a husband and wife share.
So what do I think of unconditional love?
Unconditional
That's what it is.
brotherly love? Unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
I'm trying to.
Love. Yeah, Sunday school.
Ooh.
Hortensia, you take
Light. Let's get the light. Ooh. So I is in the word. But there is no L, there's no G.
Wow. Okay, so it's light. There's only an I in that word. All right.
Wow, that's
is
rough. This one looks rough.
I don't think it. Well, we know what's not in it, so let's just try something else.
Can't be light. It's not night. It's not sight. It's not plight, because none of that is in there.
You are rhyming, Cortensia.
I'm trying my best.
But you know that it's not any of those things.
Not any of those. So.
All right, let's try winds. W-I-N-D-S.
Ooh, look at you.
Alrighty.
So S-I-N is in there. Just we have to get them in the right order. No W, no D.
Yeah.
No G. Because we couldn't even say it was sings. No.
All right. Oh, no, this is not going to be it either, but I'll try it anyway. Might get another letter. Can we try shine?
Oh, wow. What?
Alrighty.
Okay, so we got to move that H.
Yeah.
So is it spine?
All right.
Yay! We did
So
that.
apparently we've got another word to go. All right.
Look at that.
We've got another word to go, guys.
We are
I'm
getting
wondering
smart.
if the people at home actually thought that we would have gotten it. I don't think that they thought that we would have gotten it. We've gotten better the second time than we did the
After
first.
our track record, as they say, once you keep at it, you get better.
Although this is a game that I think I do okay in. I do think that. All right, so let's see if we have another word up. All righty.
Erase. Ooh, I only got an S.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, at least you know what's not in it.
I know. I can't even say space now because it doesn't make sense.
All right, could we say sings? Sings. All right, so the S is
so
in
the S is
the
in the
first
correct place. So the
Yeah, and we know what's not in it.
no I. So we can't even say spice or lice or dices. No. Trying again with my rhymes.
All right, if I'm going with the vowels, I would definitely go with an O because an O ought to be in it based on what that looks like. There's no A, there's no I, there's no E. That leaves O and U. So, and there's no N either.
That can't be it. S.
Can I try shops? I mean, I know at least the last S wouldn't be there, but I'm just going to try it anyway. See if I get another letter.
Ooh.
Alrighty, that works. There's no R.
Shown. Could it be shown? S-H-O-W-N?
All right, try that. No N.
Oh yeah, no N.
In it,
Oh, my
Hortensia.
bad.
Alrighty.
And it doesn't have an E, so I can't even say shoes, and it doesn't have an XS.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's just try it anyway. I know it might be wrong, but hey, let's go with showy. S-H-O-W-Y. And if it doesn't have that, I think I know what it will be. Why?
I think it's shout.
All right, you try that.
Try shout.
If not, I get the last guess. No, shout. You make me wanna. Wow. Oh, okay, so then we know what it is. It is shoot.
Oh, with a gun. Like our things yesterday, bang.
Well, yeah, I guess. All right, guys, so that is Wordle for today, and you've got
Jamie,
3 words.
You won. Although we were to work together, you got 2 words on your own. So
Imagine
I'm gonna
that.
give you that. Yay!
I got 2 words on my own. Ha, look at that. I got 2 words on my own. Can you imagine that? She got the 3rd one because of work that I did early on. But that's fine. Who's
Okay,
counting?
Jamie
Who's
got
counting?
all
Who's
3
counting?
words. I'm gonna give him his
We
prompt.
will be back in a moment, okay? Stay tuned.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
So the Studio 327 team was hard at work during the recently concluded 24th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival. We attended press conferences and we interviewed the guest artists on the night of the music extravaganza. We begin with a question that our executive program manager Alicia had for Rotimi and then conclude with closing activities at the final music festival press conference held last Saturday. Rotimi, I stand corrected. Oh my gosh. I'm just not good at pronouncing the artist's name. Rotimi.
At least we didn't play a pronunciation game. Last segment,
I
so
know.
count your blessings. All right.
Alicia from Studio 327, and this question is for Rotimi again. You are not only a singer, but you're also an actor. So you are in two aspects of the entertainment industry. What advice do you have for those singers who are present, or even generally for our local performers in particular? How do you branch over into movies, series, acting, or any other aspect of entertainment outside of just singing?
Honestly, you have to not allow anybody to put you in a box. You have to be able to be yourself. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be
You have to be able to say, okay, I know I'm doing two really powerful things. However, I have to dedicate a lot of my time to this and this with no distractions. You have to compartmentalize your time. And then you have to build an incredible team around you, because with your team, you go as far as your team, and they have to be as strong and as passionate as you are. Then spiritually, if you believe in whatever you believe in, that plays a very, very good big role in a very demonic industry. So that helps a lot. But also just literally don't allow anybody to tell you you can't do anything.
Jada, King, we have a tradition where the artist who comes in last, that they have some recompense. And so it's going to be totally strange to you, because you've never been here before and you have absolutely what the hell you're talking about, but you're a professional. So as a professional, I know you're going to fit in nicely, right? 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 Yeah, okay, yeah. Me too, I would be scared too. But you're going to be safe. This is St. Kitts. Once you follow your heart here, you'll be fine. So Jada, teacher Gabby said that she students then look forward to seeing you in St. Kitts. So give us a little thing for the students then. A little thing.
Define a little thing.
A little thing. Well, I couldn't get Patty LaBelle to stop.
Okay, so y'all want me to sing?
Oh, you're smart. Yes.
Okay, me see what I Why am I shy? What the heck?
Well, Destra made me blush the other day, so it's going to be reversed.
Okay, here we go. My brain, every time I feel, can't do different. Swear me off a win, that's why I'm going to try again. Breathe every time I feel, cause God always understand. One day I have to win, that's why I'm going to try again.
Jada, that's exactly what people want. That's exactly what people want to hear from you. Barris Hammond is in the house too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's in the
Like D. Barris?
Barris Hammond has been coming to St. Kitts forever. So he sent a representative and he assured me in a private phone call just now the representative can sing as well as he can. I'm just kidding. Now that's my punishment for Barris. I'm going to come back. Now, we spoke a lot about homework talent the other day. Radio station is cooperating with me, thank you. And this young man called Larry Bassad, right? This man is a superstar. This man and two carnivals ago, I was looking at my TV and I saw this young lady perform a classic. And the way she did it, it was just mind-boggling.
You sure it was me?
Yeah, but you look even much younger now, but it's you. Byron, for all of the people out there, let me hear that, Byron.
I say, what is love? I say, nobody don't know that. I say, nobody don't show cause. You put your trust in somebody but your own heart. Baby, I be lonely, somebody come get me. When me ignore you, how you upset me. But they don't tell you, how you are to stress me out.
Thank you.
You sing better than me.
Then I let the people hear your voice.
Here I am. That's my voice. Did you mean my talking voice?
No, the other one.
Okay. So because I'm a teacher, we need crowd participation. Okay? This is a group effort. Everybody ready? Okay.
So you're going to say, come over, come over, come over, come over, come over. I want you to, I need you to. Come on, babe. Why don't you just spend a little time? 'Cause you're all mine. Come on, babe. Come on, babe.
We are going to end with Barris. We are going to end with Barris. Not you, you see. Roger, come closer. Okay. Now, she just went into many different voices here, and somebody asked her about being an actor, being a performer. By the way, I love your comment. I wrote it down. Let me just say, because I think this question was asked for all 3 press conferences, and it was to the benefit of our homegrown talent. But it really benefits everybody else. And they asked, what really helps to make a success as an artist? What Rotimi said was, build a team around you that is as strong and passionate as you are. And that advice I think was given yesterday too. Build a team around you. One can't read by himself. Build a team around you. So, I'm his new production manager. And so we have just built that team around us. And so now I've done my part, and he's going to deliver on stage. Next on stage, ladies and gentlemen, the most fantastic performance you could ever have from an artist who is also an actor in many, many, many roles. Rotimi.
You need to introduce me everywhere I go.
I walk in my past.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Where do you go? Every time I touch it there, whispering love, ain't nobody gotta hear. He lost control, does he even know you're here? Nobody knows, I just keep it in my head. I don't say too much, baby, baby, yeah. I'm just here to touch.
Tonight we have popcorn, vanilla powered iron side, Christopher Martin, who should be sound checking around now, Jada Kingdom, Rotimi, Keisha Cole, and Barris Hammond.
Mr. Henry, you want to be Rotimi production advisor, right? So what happened to the rest of us? You're saying you didn't understand. I think you're saying because I'm just happy this is not a competition. You can't say one more. It's an introduction and that.
You see, that's on page 2.
Mr. Sticky, go in and straighten.
Page 2. I was only on page 1 and I was going to get that intro. If I have to turn to page 2.
He was the last one.
Page 2 is so confidential that it's written in invisible ink. So I'm just deciphering right now. So page 2. We go to page 3. And page 3 is Barris Hassan. Do you agree? Barris Hassan. By the way, when we said Barris coming, we said, okay, wait, tomorrow. Okay, because he has been here I don't know how many times. He has been here more times than someone in your age here. That's not many times, but people love it still. So we have to end with a Barris. Don't you agree? Don't you also agree you must sing it?
100%.
So, all of us gonna sing the Barris. Now we just have to decide which one. Feel good. So, feel good. Now, Byron and all of you grades up here, you're gonna start off. Everybody must feel good.
Wait. This is you making up for this. You see, it just come on next road, you know, and left whip on the corner. Is this how you say sorry? You turn off for the middle. Yeah, then get up.
You see, it never sandwich yourself between two women. Especially when they're powerful. Be very careful. So, feel good? Everybody? Feel good? Yeah. Alright, whether you can sing or not like me, you can sing. Okay, who's gonna lead us off up here?
feel good.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
Most people consume excess salt from processed foods, such as snack foods, processed meats, instant meals, and condiments.
Instead, use fresh vegetables, ground provision, fresh meats, and natural herb seasonings, just like our grandparents did, and just like you did with this soup. We are Salt Smart.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
Chocolatey experience that we're about to have here. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, chocolate cake, chocolate chip cookies, chocolate ice cream. What is the common denominator? Gee, I don't know. I don't know at all. What's the common denominator?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay, yeah, great. So for centuries, forgive the laughing, chocolate has been one of the most beloved snacks around the world. With it having such a delectable taste, how could you not love chocolate?
Chocolate!
Or something else. All right, so today is World Chocolate Day. Yes, apparently it is World Chocolate Day today. Who knew it, right?
Who knew?
If I knew, I would have been wearing chocolate. That means
we
I'm
could have
going to
come
be
chocolatey.
eating chocolate. So
Yeah.
that works. That's just as good. All
My
right.
pants is actually chocolate smooth.
All right, so then you shouldn't be eating then. Give it to me. You're chocolate enough. All
How
right.
many chocolate bars do you need, sir?
And listen, all I know is that today's World Chocolate Day, and no, we didn't make it up. It actually is World Chocolate Day.
Yeah.
And every year on the 7th of July, chocolate lovers on an international scale join hands, imagine that, they join hands, guys, to celebrate what they believe is mankind's greatest culinary invention. And with everyone else around the world, Cortensi and I, of course you're already eating, will be indulging in chocolate, specifically Charles chocolate, today while we share some fun facts about the most tasty snack. So, should I do this to you with your mouth full? Let's go.
Chocolate!
Share the facts, Cortensi. Share the facts.
So the fun facts about chocolate that I'm already eating. Cocoa beans, which are beans used to make chocolate, were used as a form of payment in Mayan and Aztec time. Look at that, rich.
Yeah, I knew that. I actually knew
dollars.
that. I did some research, yeah. It was years ago, in fact, and I found that out. I thought, how interesting. That was currency, yeah? Chocolate is a form of currency. Great.
When we went to St. Lucia, we went to this, well, it's a boutique hotel called Fondue. Fondue, and they make their own chocolate there. And of course, you know, I bought one of every bar as well. And then we went to the St. Lucia Chocolate Factory, and I bought one of every bar.
I didn't see that coming at all. No, at all. I had no clue. All right. All right, what are the other facts that we have? Okay, so the world's biggest chocolate bar weighed 12,770 pounds. So Thornton set the Guinness World Record for the largest chocolate bar in the world, which weighed, again, 12,770 pounds, or roughly 5,800 kilograms. Could you believe that?
Could you believe that? Look at,
Wow.
I would love to see that chocolate bar.
You would love, I'm sure, yeah. You'd
So
love
you're
to,
a breaker and not a biter?
Why would I bite it? It's going to get
Because
stuck
you
in my
bite it.
teeth.
No, it's
and I have
not.
to present on live
Look.
television, by the way. So could you imagine chocolate
See,
teeth?
I have no chocolate teeth.
Actually, there was a story about a girl I knew with chocolate teeth, but that's another story for a different day.
Oh my gosh. So, we continue now. The chocolate chip cookie was invented by accident. So they collided on the road, the dough and the chocolate. Accident. So Ruth Graves Wakefield invented the cookie by accident during the 1930s while trying to make a batch of butter drop dough cookies. So butter drop dough cookies have chocolate in its recipe? I'm not sure.
I'm just
I have to Google that.
It sounds like
Thank
a
you for the
Taekwondo
accident.
move or something.
I used to eat.
Could you imagine that?
Ah.
Cortensi, you're supposed to be speaking, not eating. I'm just Cortensi. Guys, Cortensi's, okay, let me take the fact. I'll take the camera off you, okay?
But
Eat all
I
you
spoke
want.
my fact, the chocolate chip.
Eat all you want. Yeah, It was still on the screen, Cortensi. It takes about a year for a cocoa tree to produce enough beans to make 10 Hershey bars. Imagine. So there's a lot of work that goes into making a Hershey chocolate bar.
One
Each
whole year.
cacao tree, yeah, that's the word, right? Cacao. Yeah, that's the word. Tree only produces enough beans to make 10 regular-sized Hershey bars a year. Wow.
Yeah,
So there's
I
a whole
learned that.
lot of, yeah.
We even did the chocolate tour on the Fondue plantation in St. Lucia, and that was nice. So you get all that rich history right there.
Ah, cool.
about it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the desserts, and we got fresh, as you say, cacao tea. Oh, jeez, I loved it there.
Anything with food, guys.
Anything with
That's
food.
what that's, yeah.
Anything with food. Do we have any more chocolate facts? Wow, chocolate has over 600 flavor compounds. I even heard about quinoa chocolate just now, so looking forward to tasting that too. So these 600 flavor compounds give chocolate its distinct aroma. 600 compounds in chocolate. So if we were to draw a physics map of that, how would that look? 600 compounds.
600 compounds?
Yeah.
No idea.
Ah.
All right, you guys are trying to get me eating the chocolate, aren't you? I think I need to, yeah.
Look, Nutella. So now that we've eaten our chocolate, we need to drink some water. So, and of course, it is still plastic-free, July. So visit the folks at Expo to obtain your glass filtered water bottle. That way, you are saving the plastics, less waste. You have clean, fresh, filtered water, all from the folks at Expo. So feel free to contact them as we drink our water to combat the lovely sweet in the chocolate.
All right, so what other fun facts do we have about chocolate? So I think we were right in the middle of that one.
Yeah. Nutella. It was invented during World War II by an Italian pastry maker who mixed hazelnuts into chocolate to extend his cacao supply at a time when the price of chocolate was hiked up due to the war. So the war always takes up the price of something.
Of course.
I wonder if the soldiers used the chocolate to have enough adrenaline to continue their fight. So maybe they shipped all to the war for the soldiers. How about that?
I have no idea, Cortez. That's your. I have no idea.
Just trying.
I have no idea. All right, so white chocolate technically isn't chocolate.
What is it?
Who knew that white chocolate technically isn't chocolate, guys? All right, so white chocolate contains cocoa butter, but doesn't contain any cocoa powder or cocoa solids that give regular milk and dark chocolate its color and flavor. Interesting. So it contains cocoa butter.
Well, it isn't considered chocolate.
Interesting stuff.
Look at that. Chocolate milk was invented in Jamaica. Man, look at that, in the early 1700s. It was invented in Jamaica by Irish botanist Sir Hans Sloane. The natives of the land gave him straight cocoa to drink, but he could only stomach it when he mixed it with milk.
Thank you for that invention. Seriously, love it.
No, I love it dark. Don't you love dark cocoa with nutmeg?
No.
That's the bomb.com. Never drank it?
Not that I can say.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Nah.
We don't need milk for everything. A dark chocolate is always good.
Imagine
in my
that.
Barry White voice.
Imagine that. Imagine that, guys. We're moving on. More than 2/3 of the world's cocoa is grown in Africa. Imagine that, indeed. So most of the world's cocoa beans come from Africa. Up to 40% is produced in the Ivory Coast alone. Great for the economy.
So everything good comes from Africa. Even the hardworking ancestors that we know.
True. All right. So
Any
looks
more
like-
chocolate facts?
I don't think we have any more chocolate facts. Oh, we do? Okay.
So it takes about 1 week to make a single serving chocolate bar. The process of making chocolate from cocoa beans takes about the same week. I learned all of that in St. Lucia when I went to the
Okay,
factory.
so this is just revision for you. Alrighty. So I think that's, oh, we have more. You guys just don't want me to eat anything.
You know, we have a nice chocolate factory as well, Grenada. And there too, as you would have guessed it. I bought all the bars.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, they have chocolate with nutmeg in it. Oh, Jamie.
All right, so
look at
Snickers
that.
is actually named after a horse.
Aw.
Nice name for a horse.
I know.
The Mars family, which founded the famous Mars Candy Company, named the popular candy bar after their beloved horse, Snickers, in 1930.
Oh, so Snickers lives
Snickers
on.
the horse.
He lives on even though he's probably not in the land of the living
That's
anymore.
one way that you can look at it. You could also look at it as though you're taking a bite out of Snickers every time you take a Snickers bar. But hey, whatever suits you, it works. Whatever floats your
Oh,
boat.
man. Yeah. Do we have any more chocolatey facts? Dark chocolate have tons of healthy, heart-healthy antioxidants. That I know for true. When eaten in moderation, chocolate can be heart-healthy, though it's heavy. True, it's heavy concentration of antioxidants. So yeah.
So there's good reason to eat chocolate.
So eat chocolate and live healthy.
Everything in moderation, though. Everything in moderation.
Indeed. So there we have it for all of our chocolatey facts today. We hope you will participate in World Chocolate Day by eating your chocolate. And as we go to this outro, I will be eating my chocolate and enjoying International Chocolate Day. See you on the other side of this break.
Good morning, this is Carol from Lux Carnival, and I listen to Good Morning SKN.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Do you know that common baked goods such as bread and crackers are high in salt? Get salt smart.
So how did you like that chocolate experience?
Well, I'm still drinking my water, so there you go. That ought to tell you. Drinking a lot of water after that, seriously.
Yeah, I think my glass is almost done. So remember, folks, plastic-free July. Let's keep it tidy. Let's use less plastic. Remember to take your recyclable bags to the store, and let's help our country. Let's preserve it for the upcoming generation and us ourselves. So less waste will create more haste. What is? No,
I have no idea. That is what you say.
I tried.
Guys, that's what Cortensi said.
Let's waste more haste.
I don't know. We'll find out. All right. So that being said, great show today.
Yeah.
Definitely loved the way that we started with Quasm,
Yes.
Plainwright, and also continuing with the athletes. It's great to see Namibia, Ebby, and
in
Lonzo.
person.
Yeah, so good. And of course, you guys on the other side of the screen who
Yes,
we can't
thanks
see.
for watching us
but you
every
get
day.
to interact with us, and I understand that we had some commenters on our YouTube page during today's show, of course. So great. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. And again, a reminder to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. All right. So interact with us via Studio 327 INC. That's our handle at Studio 327 Inc. You can tag us. You can like. You can subscribe. You can follow. You can definitely share. All right. Share our page. Share our clips. They're available. Right?
Share everything. Share, and while you're sharing everything, we are short of 20 subscribers to get us to the 600 mark as we continue here in July. Remember, I've been asking for the 1,000 mark. So if you can work with me, I'll appreciate this. So yeah, so leave us a comment. Let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. We told you what was ours. And this is where I say, I normally compel you to, but I'll just say, see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. That's Friday morning when you will start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN. Have a great day, guys.